All right, we're back for episode 11 of the Control livestream. Where we left off was we had just unlocked the first key, first lock for the nail, to recreate the nail. So we do need 3 more. So we're off to the next section, which is Research Site Gamma is the next one. So we're just gonna go, let's see here, back to the cave system. That door only unlocks on the other side, so I have to go all the way around, unfortunately. I might be able to go this way. Let me check if I can go this way. I might be able to, since now I can break the whatchamacallits.
Worst I've ever seen is take the nail. End of the world.
So I can't let the hiss take the nail. Not a problem. I know how to handle them.
back fast. Let's see. Okay. So I have to get over there. Take care of this real quick. Done. Easy peasy. Reset my current mission. Let me clear out some mods here that I don't need. A bunch of missions. Let's see. Let's go do this one, actually. We have a lot of collectibles to catch up on, so why don't we do that first, actually. Alright, so we'll start the reading now. There's a lot, so to get through. His sharpened agent. His sharpened agents displayed the paratotalitarian ability. It's because it makes me mouth dry. To rapidly move short distances. This ability is unique in the fact that it's not associated with any known object of power. However, we should not discount the possibility that this is an object variation. For example, abrupt physical relocation, APR, could potentially be a variant of the jukebox's effect. Other explanations of the his sharpened ability include momentary time manipulation, brief increase in physical speed, and inhibiting the witness sense of sight. We do accept that the his sharpened ability is not connected to a known object of power in the history of manifesting unique paranatural abilities. or there are objects in the house that we aren't aware of. Either way, the Hiss are continuing to develop new strands of corruption that is cause for concern. Analysis of the Hiss threat, Part 5. Hiss corruption manifests in vastly different ways. Some hosts remain largely unchanged, while others are barely recognizable as human. What determines this level of alteration? Is it the duration of corruption? It could simply be an evolutionary process, each entity representing a stage of growth in an undiscovered linear progression leading towards what? Additionally, Hiss entities possess various paranatural abilities. How have they achieved this? Do they gain them from corrupting objects of power? Have they corrupted a single highly talented parautilitarian and divided their access to paranatural abilities across the network of Hiss corrupted hosts? As a scientist, I'm hindered by the sheer number of questions. It's difficult to identify where one should begin. What is the most pertinent question? How do we kill it? That seems like a good start. Paracriminal Profile, the Blessed Organization. This group individual has operated outside the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Bless Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to appearances of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed Organization. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation Delta 084-5 was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of Anonymous Redacted regarding inhumane treatment of a redacted currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. The majority of redacted sector personnel seem to be wholly unaware of any such redacted contained there. One redacted confirmed the redacted's code name to be redacted, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the redacted's research wing to interview its staff. The matter is further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into redacted research. Probably dimensional research. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, Redacted was launched into the Redacted of Directors Zachariah Trench. A recent change in Redacted witnessed in Dr. Trench, including aggressive Redacted when redacted with other staff, has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable Redacted between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff. Although both declined to meet for an interview in the matter, witness accounts would suggest their arguments center around the Dimensional Research Wing and the Redacted kept inside, the Object of Power, the Slap Projector. However, no evidence exists to confirm Dr. Trench's Redacted as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any Redacted and that his fitness to lead is not in question. To lead. Fitness to lead, not lead. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation P-142-9 was launched into the legality of the Prime Candidate Program by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic redacted and redacted. Redacted were brought into the oldest house and placed under redacted examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic redacted, a paranaturally inclined redacted. Not only is this a breach of the Ashe Act, but it flies in the face of basic human redacted. This investigation team unequivocally redacted the Prime Candidate Program and recommends that it be redacted immediately, shut down. Wake. Offender's name, Hartman. Emil. Victims, Alan Wake, Tor Anderson, Odin Anderson. Redacted, Rudolph Lane, Wendy DeSalle, Thomas Emerson, and redacted. Special Agent Remy Dennis. Charges. Code 4, kidnapping of altered individuals, 1 count. Code 8, sanctions against altered organizations, 1 count. Code 37, obstruction of Bureau investigation, 1 count. Code 74, breach the Ashe Act, 6 counts. Offenders' property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with the ongoing ADWE investigation. Offenders' personal effects have been sent to research for analysis. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each, except the Anderson brothers due to their senility. They're crazy. And Wake, who is possibly dead. Quarry operations and incident report. During my weekly safety inspection to the quarry threshold, I discovered the entire crew in a state of redacted. The whole scene was redacted, aligned and staring in a uniform direction, the city in the distance. Despite my most vocal efforts to gain their attention, they remained redacted for more than redacted minutes until I had to resort to literally redact it. Afterwards, they were dazed and could not provide any rationale for their behavior and any specific memories of engaging in it. My official recommendation for any crew working in a threshold area is to either shorten the length of their shifts or to carry out mandatory psychological evaluations on a weekly basis, or preferably both. And maybe we should order another expedition to the city. Incident number Alpha-49. The purpose of an internal investigation X-ray-039-7 is to examine the containment failure of specimen SI-1, maybe? SI or SL? That resulted in the deaths of redacted agents. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the redacted of redacted, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive redacted. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. 1. The air filters were changed, and 2. An hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice, redacted, entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. See interview number 65-F-124. Given their connection to the same AWE case, it is likely that Mrs. Redacted presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the redacted. Investigation is ongoing. Based on the success of America Overnight, we would like to propose the creation of a television series that presents superstition and skeptical thought as entertainment. In order to popularize these concepts along among the civilian population and create less resistance to redirecting information regarding public paranatural events. We can also use a solid media outlet to test paranatural concepts on civilian audiences, seeing how they react to certain facts presented as fiction, in the event that the Bureau ever decides to make certain realities public knowledge. There are various show licenses that we could purchase and reboot rather than starting from scratch. One particular property seems promising, considering its content and tone are precisely what we're looking for. It's called Night Springs and has been off the air a few years now. Dr. Rhea Underhill. Dr. Rhea Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked at the Bureau as a parabotanist, I guess, stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to paracriminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. On art and time. At first, I thought the cave paintings in the Foundation chronicled the ancient humans' encounters with natural occurrences like weather, but it soon became clear they depicted events far outside the average human experience. Also, it seems I was wrong to assume the images are ancient. Radiocarbon dating suggests something impossible, that I've been down here longer than the paintings. That's absurd, though. The style and medium clearly indicate a Paleolithic origin. I was ready to conclude that an ancient community of humans lived in or around the oldest house. Now, with this information, I don't know what to think. Is one of our agents drawing these? Or is there someone down here with us? This place has a habit of skewing my results, so perhaps the data is corrupted, or perhaps some paintings were created at different times. The art does seem to chronicle not only the past, but also the present and possibly even the future. I see in them echoes of the board, some linear architecture, even what could be interpreted as a director. Are the paintings telling a story that's still being written? If so, who is writing it? On the nature of the pillar. The pillar found in the crossroads is best described as an onyx spike that protrudes from the cave floor like an imposing stalagmite. Despite its aggressive silhouette, the structure has an undeniable allure. Froude would certainly have something to say about the pillar's overly erect nature, but I'm more drawn to Whitmore's essay on dynamic layers, structures within structures, the fractal mirror in every being. Given its significant location, I believe the pillar is either the very heart of the oldest house or an intrusion within the heart. Or perhaps it's like a husk of a seed from which the oldest house sprouted. Trottier wrote that the great architecture isn't built, it grows. But then why does the pillar look so different from the rest of this place's concrete walls and rocky caverns? It's easier to see it as an anomaly, a buried artifact, a foreign body, a demonic phallus. One of those pillars any more welcome here than we are. Five more. On ley lines and their energies. For all my research into the oldest house's ley lines, I still don't understand why they converge here, at the base of this pillar. I suppose the simplest reason is that they have to converge somewhere. Occam's razor and all that. But that seems wrong. The historic world abhors coincidence. So what is the true relationship between this pillar and the ley lines? Does it act as a magnet, attracting them, polar north? Or is the pillar a product of their focused energies, a sprout nourished by the constant flow of the oldest house's power? Perhaps classifying that power would provide some insight. However, we currently have no means of measuring or quantifying it. Given time, it may become possible to collect and even harness this energy. On that note, Northmore is bringing in the much-lauded Dr. Gustav Wagner from the headquarters in D.C. to aid my research. I suppose it's his way of saying he doesn't trust me to work unsupervised. Let's just hope Dr. Wagner is as smart as his dearly departed for it once believed him to be. The slide projector only works with slide 36. Logically, this means the slide itself is a part of the object of power, or a distinct altered item. But of course, I had to make sure that no other slides worked. I had to try. I thought maybe emotion has something to do with it. Connection, history, love. I brought in my parents' old slides. Birthday parties, vacations to Niagara Falls, my first day of high school, that kind of thing. There were 2 boxes worth. I had to dig around the garage for an hour to find them. Never once thought of looking at them since they passed. I tried them all. I waited until all the staff left for the night. I stayed up in that booth for hours trying every one. Projector off, slide out, slide in, projector on, nothing happens. Projector off, slide out, slide in, projector on, nothing happens. Love wasn't the common factor. Perhaps there's no correlation that I can see. Maybe the slide itself is the object of power. Maybe the projector is just an accessory. Maybe it doesn't matter. Why'd that fucking kid have to burn the other slides? With the astral plane now physically accessible, a torrent of new information has been collected on the entities known as astral copies. The copies' bodies are composed of a dense stone-like material that is both resilient under controlled circumstances and brittle when struck with significant force. See Report 8-11-1633 for full composition analysis. Whether the astral copies possess individual consciousness or are directed by a higher intelligence, such as the board, remains unknown. However, their shared aggression seems to indicate a unified goal. Director Faden's encounters with these entities when binding objects of power in the astral plane indicate they serve as live targets for potential para-utilitarians to practice on. Some have been equipped with Bureau weaponry, though it seems unlikely they were armed by our personnel. It is important to note they appear immune to his corruption. Astral mimics are physically indistinguishable from astral copies, but considerably more dangerous due to the fact that they possess para-utilitarian abilities. The most notable ability witnessed is levitation. It is unknown how this astral entity gained its paranatural abilities. The relevant objects of power are currently bound to direct the Faden, which indicates the objects are not responsible. However, objects of power are intrinsically linked to the board in the astral plane. A similar link between the objects and the mimics could also exist. Or perhaps the board is able to dispense these abilities at their leisure with no trial in the astral plane required. The prevailing theory, however, is that the entities are simply replicating observed abilities performed by the Hiss, or even the director herself, thanks to her prolonged exposure to our world caused by the astral bleed. Astral spikes are metastructural entities found in the astral plane. Their existence was first confirmed when a single spike traveled into our dimension through the mind of an astronaut. Astral spikes seem to exist beyond our dimensional's physical laws. They do not resemble any living creature or animate object we have yet encountered. They are even dissimilar to astral copies, despite the fact that both originate from the astral plane. The spikes are immensely dangerous, emitting a wavelength that disrupts all organic and inorganic matter in their immediate vicinity, with catastrophic results. Discerning the nature of this wavelength has been difficult to observe for obvious reasons, but the parakinesiology department continues to investigate.
My reflection trapped in the darkness of the coffee I nurse. The rain turns the lights of the city into a mosaic on the windows. The day's paper lists all the things wrong in the world. The list grows longer by the day. The difference between the morning and the night: coffee, whiskey, no other difference. The alarm goes off at 5 a.m. It feels like I just closed my eyes. It's dark. I sit up on the bed in the gloom. I get up, I shower. The driver waits for me downstairs, takes me to the oldest house. An old man stares at me in the car window. It's raining. It's dark. Late at night, he brings me back here. It's not a home. It's a room where I sleep in, waking up just as tired as I was before going to bed. Endless grind.
Yeah, basically sums up the world.
We used the slide projector. I led the expeditions into Slidescape 36. They told me not to go. The director should not put himself in danger. I told them to fuck off. I've seen action before, and I had to witness this myself. To find some meaning in all of this, I couldn't sit on my ass, alone with my thoughts, my memories. Anything but that. Those who survived were deeply affected by what we found there, by what Darling brought back. It changed everything. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing remains to be seen. But I did find my meaning in that desert. A sound, like a needle drilling in, cutting through the containment suit, reverberating in the base of my skull. My whole being. Darling said it was nothing, but he was wrong. It's been there ever since, growing into a certainty, into an understanding of what's at stake here, what kind of a threat we're facing, and what must be done to stop it.
You have seen the foundation of the building. The house grew there. We are there. We have a socket there. It is a direct link. Locks keep socket here trapped. Their old life. With the director's help. Situation is subject to change. The hiss is removed from the astral plane. You have proven that not you. We like you very much. You are prepared for what comes next. We will speak again in the future. Good work, Director.
I've served under 2 directors. 3 now, I suppose. Trench and I worked our way up together. We made it through the tough cases, the bad days, the casualties. He was the epitome of a good agent. Smart, decisive, selfless. And he picked up that damn gun. Becoming director is a formal process overseen by the board. Lots of ritual and mystery. After that, Key staff provide detailed briefs on all classified matters, past and present. But with Faden, well, there's no protocol for field promotion. The girl's smart, has a good head on her shoulders. I'm trusting her to handle the hiss upstairs, while I hold them off here. All this shit with the nail, the board, I'm not sure she's ready. Besides, I work better alone.
One second.
I snuck into the Foundation through a back door I know. Had to get ahead of the hiss. Just a matter of bypassing the ritual protections. Luckily, the board's as distracted as the rest of the Bureau. I had to put on a brave face up there, but the situation is the worst I've ever seen. We're getting back on our feet, but we've already lost so much. Trench is dead. Darling is somewhere. I'm the only one left. But I still have a job to do. Keep the hiss back. There's not enough HRAs to spare, so I'll have to make do with what I've got. Frankly, I don't even know what will happen if the hiss take the nail. Trench made it sound like it'd be the end of the world. He was never one to exaggerate. Well, orders are orders, even if they come from a dead man. I only heard of the Foundation when I became head of operations. The very bottom of the oldest house. Director access only. Just the name alone is classified. Zachariah gave me a tour the day I was promoted. Said I should see it for myself, to understand. After that, I snuck down on my own from time to time to keep tabs on the place.
Chocolate chip
And about
cookie.
that. But nothing ever changed down there. Not even the walls. It's solid.
Made him last night.
Permanent. Different from the rest of the house. Of course, they were always watching me. I never stayed long. I'm not stupid. I have to stop the hiss from finding this place. I'm the only one who can.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call.
I don't even have to watch this yet. Pause further. Something else. Yeah, remember this?
Nobody knew her name, but she turned up just the same. There was a knock on the door, a thump on the floor, and the party turned insane as she called out her name. And she walked in looking like dynamite. She said, "Now come along and boogaloo through the night." And by the way,
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh my god. So silly. Ugh. That's a darling. Where is your lab coat? Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Where are your pants? Why are you not wearing pants?
I'm Dr. Casper Darling, and this is my final message.
Oh, is his final message?
It's not the end. But after this, I won't. I exposed myself to Hedron resonance fully. It's changing me. I've seen.
Yeah, right.
I've shown so much. Slidescape 36 was where Hedron stopped the spread of another. It's terrifying. It really is. It's another source of resonance. Trench was exposed to this other. It will now spread. I've done everything I can to stop the Hedron resonance amplifiers. I don't know if it'll make a difference. I won't be here when it happens. I should have told Emily more. I'm being sent one more lesson. Something wonderful, I think.
One more lesson.
Yes. Expedition 3. We located the source of the resonance in Slidescape 36. It is an entity, a living organism of considerable mass. I've named it Hedron based on its physical shape, the part that we can perceive. I honestly think there's the resonance it emits, the frequencies. We've never seen anything like it. We've built a container for it, and we brought it in. This changes everything. It's beyond our understanding. We have brought so many questions with us through that hole in the wall. I will dedicate. I'm never going home.
Cut it. Cut, what? Cut it.
The projected image from each slide is a physical portal into another dimension. Only one slide remains. Dylan's sister burned the rest in ordinary before we could intercept. The text on it, color slide film, this side towards screen, and the number 36. The topography of Slidescape 36 bears deep wave marks. On the slide and in the distance, there's a formation of 5 pillars like crude, outstretched fingers. There were casualties on our first expedition. Communication is an issue. There is no sound there, as if you've gone deaf. And radios don't work. Correction, resonance from an unknown source in part within the range of audible frequency. It acts in unpredictable ways, causing feedback loops that can tear you apart. Trench insists he heard something else. It made his ears bleed. Our equipment found no evidence of anything beyond the primary resonance. Trench's medical tests show nothing amiss.
Reminder, the Bureau does not have windows. If you notice a window, immediately close your eyes and make your way to the nearest safe room. You are permitted to fashion a blindfold from an article of clothing. Any resulting lapse in dress code will be excused. Thank you for your attention.
The Bureau has no windows. That's true. Wow, that song was 8 minutes long. I didn't realize that. Is it on Spotify? I hope it is. Cause this song was freaking dope. Let's see. Old Gods of Asgard. Take control. It is! Yeah, this song is freaking dope. Yeah, I just added it to my Spotify favorites list.
My life's been a strange one. Certainly stranger than I'd like.
Oh, this is Ash. Ash's Act.
It's something else.
From Ash's
The
Act.
floors crawl, the walls slither. It's a shifting pit. On the street, it's just another drab building standing there for anyone to see. But no one does. How do we miss it? Northmore. Acting director Northmore now is on a train from Washington. He'll expect answers, which is why I'm making these tapes. They're evidence that I'm at least trying to understand. Father searched his entire life for something like this, and we find it 1 week after he's buried. He always hated irony. Of course, Father, the great director Ash, would have been the first man in.
Oh, it's his dad.
His bookworm son. The supposed head of research who can't stop his legs from shaking long enough to step over the threshold.
His dad
It's
was
been
the...
5 days since we first entered the building. Traversing the interior is dangerous due to the shifting, but we did manage to find a lower cavern that seemed structurally predictable, which is a scientific way of saying its walls won't crush us in our sleep. Northmore even made a discovery. A pistol, placed on a stone pedestal in front of that strange...
Yeah, I already heard that one, I think. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah. So let's see. Oh, I'm right here. Okay. It's right over here. creepy. Mirror testing. Well, that sounds like what I'm looking for, but I want to go check up here first.
Why'd they keep an altered item here?
Debrief for Mirror Excursion 7C. Subject is Agent Hardy. Hardy spent approximately 3 hours in the mirror. The longest time on record. Can you describe your experience inside, Agent Hardy? Agent Hardy is physically healthy. All tests have come back clean. Yet the speech issue has persisted for hours. Calm down, Agent. It could be psychosomatic, but the fact that this only occurred after returning from the mirror makes a paranatural explanation more likely. I recommend a battery of tests and a Class Orange quarantine.
That I was about to say that. I literally was waiting for it to finish, and I was going to say it sounds like he's talking backwards. You're so smart. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with this mirror. Wait, I think it's just. Is it this one? Maybe. Wait. Oh, maybe I left the others. Thought it was the same thing, but.
Looks like there's a mirror in there.
Yeah, but how do I get in there? I don't see like a panel or something that would open it. You know, usually they put a button or a terminal to open these types of things. but for some reason, I don't see anything. Alter item and examination proposal. Alter item 60, aka the mirror. This proposal is to finally determine the precise nature of the reflected space within the altered item. Is it transplanar, physiologically generated, or rooted within our own dimension? How does the altered item know this space in its vicinity well enough to reflect it? Why does it reflect some materials but not others? Is the space a parallel reality? If so, then we need to consider that while we possess the physical end of the mirror. Someone else owns the other. What purposes might they use it for? Can they walk through into our world? What are their motives? Lastly, to what purpose does the altered item produce the reflections of individuals that enter it? Can these reflected entities leave the altered item? As with all altered items, we need to attempt to distinguish this behavior is redacted. Okay. Well, I need to know. Oops. It is unknown whether the mirror does this. If there's any redacted, then it's something we can't perceive. The popular theory is that the mirror has a goal in mind that reflects the world it wishes were real. Subtly replaces our reality with its own. While certainly far-fetched, the theory is worth noting. Okay, so maybe.
Debrief for
Oops.
Debrief for Mirror Excursion 7C. Subject is Agent Hardy. Hardy spent approximately 3 hours in the mirror. It's the longest time on record. Can you describe your experience inside, Agent Hardy?
Yeah, I can't even understand. I was gonna like see if I can understand it, but if you can reverse that, that'd be like dope. Okay. See if there's another way. Maybe open up Discord. Let me try closing these again.
What do these shutters do?
There might be a certain order. But I don't see any. Usually there'd be indication of a specific order.
The shutters in the image look different. What am I missing?
Looks like the first two are down. The first two on this side are up. Or perhaps it's the other way. Okay, try backwards. Oops. Okay, so one of our viewers, deal with it, has just sent me a recording of the audio and reversed it. So the agent that's doing the interviewee will be reversed, but the agent's response will be reversed.
Why are you talking like that? What's wrong with you? All of you! There's something in that fucking mirror!
Okay. Interesting. So he says, why are you all talking like that? You know what? From that, I think he hears something backwards. He's not realizing he's talking backwards. Yeah. So he is talking backwards. He doesn't realize that he's the one that's backwards. Everyone else is forwards. So in his perception, everything is backwards. So he hears everything that they are asking him sounds backwards, like how we hear him.
What? I can't understand you. You need to listen. I saw something in there. There is something inside. You need to lock down the mirror.
There is something inside the mirror. You need to lock it down. Perhaps something like the former? Or is the former? That's so weird. Okay, I gotta figure this thing out. So... okay. So, that yellow line, that blue thing right there, that's the front shutter. In front there. So, this is reverse. So that yellow line is actually in front. So... yeah, that's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Thank you for doing that. That was pretty cool. So... those front two shutters look like they're closed. The last one looked like it's open. And that's the one closest to the door. Which is how I have it right now. Closest one to the door is closed. Right? Oops, wrong one. I tried the other way though. It looks like it's open, but I tried that way. And that one, the ones closest to the line are open. Which, there's the line right there. Open and close. But it's still not open. One red blinking light. They all blink green, whether it's open or closed. Although that is on the inside, so I don't know. I mean, those two look like they're open, the last one looks like it's closed, so I'm not really sure. Yeah. And those front two are closed, and the back one is open. Looks like at least. It could be. You might be right. Because it's backwards, yeah, it could be. So, possibly this camera is actually that side, that camera is that side. So, flip them. So, first two closed, last one open. First two open. Last one closed. Open! No? Okay, try the other way. Open! Nope. That wasn't it either. I really think it is the one closest to the door is the one that's supposed to be closed, the other two is supposed to be open. don't know. Holy crap. I'm probably just like really stupid, or... Making sure there's no, like, switch or something that you have to throw when you do set it up. I don't see one. Yeah, I don't see any switches or anything. You might have to push to open it. My thought process is it opens when you get the combination right. Well, there's 9 possible... There's 9 possible combinations, and there's 2 sides, so there's only 18 combinations, so I could just do 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. Oh no. I'm sorry. It'd be 81 possible different combinations, because it's 2 sides, but each combination can be tried, would have to be, yeah. Never mind. It's probably not a glitch, it's probably just me not doing it right. Can you give me a hint? I don't want to, you know, ruin the puzzle or anything, because that's why I'm not looking it up. But can you at least give me a hint? Without spoiling it? If that's possible, sometimes it's not. But if it is, I'll take a hint. We've been close many times, okay? Let me set it back up the way that I had it. The way that I thought it was. Hard to see back there. Trying to see this thing right there, yeah. So that's definitely... So that's that, and it's raised instead of lowered. The thing closest to it is down, covering the window. The 2 other ones are open. So this is right. The other one, the thing is raised, and you can see that it's raised there, like it's closed. the other two are open. Both sides, only one will be open, two will be closed. One will be open, two will be... I mean, could that be right? You know what? I think you might be right here. It could be just perception. Let me look at this side again. I mean, it's definitely not closed. It doesn't look like, at least to me. Unless... it's kind of hard to see that middle one. In the can, the door is open, so it's not reversed. The door you walk into. Yeah, the door is... you can kind of see it. If you look right here. The door is behind that gray thing. This raises up right here. So that gray thing... yeah. Yeah, that's what... because the mirror portrays what it wants to be true. What it wants to be reality. So it wants the door to be open is the reality that the mirror wants. So that's what it shows you. So, and for that to be open, the shutter closest to it is closed. The other two look like they're open. But you're saying one will be open, two will be closed, which doesn't look like that CCTV camera. This side definitely looks like two are closed. See, that's what I thought. Left side has two open, right side has one closed. Right. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, that. I mean, maybe it was just perception. Like that's what I thought it might be. Was just perception. But it definitely that one has to be closed. That one closest to it is definitely closed. So the other one has two closed. Okay, right. Some of the guys can be confusing. I agree. Okay, hold on. What was it again? Ah! Okay. Yeah, see that is very confusing. Caution.
Wait, that didn't sound right. Yeah, that's not good.
Okay, let's see. What's the combination to this? The box. Oh god. Let me look around.
Hier nog niet eens een snare observed absolutely. Er kan maar messing on this. It's right here. He's scarf but not zero. He draw nog niet zit cash bus. He's the messenger scaring more fear me.
What? I can't understand you.
See, you were so smart to
I
do
saw
that.
something in there. There is something inside. You need to lock down the mirror.
We did that.
Why are you talking like that? What's wrong with you? All of you? There's something in that fucking mirror.
Okay, I didn't see anything else, so I'm gonna have to Ah! Suck on that. Yeah, everything is backwards. Man, that's so weird. Okay. What am I looking for? I'm not even sure what I'm looking for. But I hear something.
Did you see that? Someone's in there.
Okay.
That's not good.
Shit, I'm inside. Testing, testing. My name is Jesse Fitton. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, she had my guns too? Holy mackerel! What the? She freaking wrecks. She's me though. How could she kill me faster than I can kill her if she's me? Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't. I'm much wilder than you. That sounds about right. What? She has freaking rockets now? Why did she get rockets? Really? I dodged. I freaking dodged, bro. It's gonna be 77 tomorrow. You want? I'm gonna swap. Really? Did she say that? Wow, not bad, temp. She's so mean. Alright, now she's gonna frickin' die. Bring out the big gun. This baby.
Another one?
That's right. Oh, shit. Ow! You bitch! Stop that!
That better be all of them. That explains why they locked this lever up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Should frickin' throwing those damn office chairs at me.
I wonder what the Bureau was doing with this thing.
Okay, now cleanse it. Man, I got a nice ass. Look at that ass.
Well,
I got a pretty good ass.
This is
You
gone.
know,
It's
always
dark.
gotta have a good ass in video games. And I'm glad to say that I have one. I just noticed that. Alright, let's see. What time is it? 9:53. Alright, let's see. Dark Place. That's the DLC, I'm pretty sure. What a mess. Talk to the plants. Yeah, we're good now. Thank you, though, for doing that. That was awesome. Wait, where am I going? Yeah, that was a really cool thing that they did. Okay, fast travel to research. I need to go to central research. And talk to the plants. Help Ahti out. My bro Ahti, the janitor. It pays to have a friend in janitorial. What plants am I even talking to? Too many of them. I can't get to that orb. Oh shit, there was two of them. Okay, I gotta figure out what plant I'm supposed to be talking to here. You know, because that's completely fucking normal. Talking to plants. Are these the plants? No? Those ones? No? How about these ones right here? Talk to you? Nope.
Talk to the plants. Small talk was never really my strong suit. At least they can't talk back. I hope your day has been productive, little plant. That really works, huh?
Okay. So, looking for some weird-ass plants, okay. I guess I can do that.
I hope those nasty hiss haven't been bothering you too much.
Don't mind me.
I wish my leaves were as pretty as yours.
Just giving self-confident boosters to plants.
Do you have a family? I have a brother. I miss him a lot.
Couple more.
They say I'm the director, but what does that mean? I have no experience in leadership roles. I have no on-the-job training. You and Hedron were never one and the same.
Sure, love.
It helped Darling with the HRAs to slow the hiss down. And it helped me learn to tap into this power I had inside. You.
Really? Sometimes it can be a bit punishing. it past that one?
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs.
Oh, there's one left. There we go.
Your chlorophyll really brings out the green in your leaves. That's all of them. But I kind of wish there were more. They're good listeners.
Okay. Clear the clog from the pump station. Pump station. Let's see. Looks like upper level will be closest. Or maybe not. My upstairs. Oh, okay. So actually it would be ventilation. Go through the janitor's office.
Ranger buddies. I should find the others.
Oh, that still hurts, okay. Nothing I can do in there yet. Still wondering what that is, but I guess I'll find out eventually. Alright, go through the janitor's office.
Ahti's still gone. I get the feeling he had more of an agenda than he let on. Did he already get what he was here for?
Or, you know what? Actually, it looks like it's connected to the coolant pumps. That's what it looks like it's connected to.
The mold's gotten in here too? All right. Let's get cleaning, she said, cocking her gun.
About to go down there. I think. Yeah. Didn't I already do that? Didn't I already clean this up? And fix this machine? I thought I already did this. I'm pretty sure I did. It's saying it's over here, but there's no door here. Oh, there is a door right there, though. And there's Audie's radio. Where's one of those batteries? I think I can put a battery on over here.
Hello again, Mr. Clog. You've really let yourself go.
Oh, the clog. The clog! Yeah, I just pulled that through a fucking closed door somehow. Okay. Okay. Lock controlled remotely. Okay. Well, good thing I've got that other battery, because I need that second battery. Yeah, I need that other battery.
We should go down there to clear out the rest of it.
Store opened.
Goodbye, Mr. Clog. I sincerely hope we never meet again.
Mr. Clog. Holy crap, how many are there? Well, that wasn't my fault. He was right up in their face. That was not my fault. I went through all that just for them all to die because they're stupid. That's not my fault. You know, I don't even have combat training. I'm just a stupid person, and, you know, I have enough common sense to not just run up to them like he did. Frickin' dummies. Well, that was a complete waste of time. Medical lane.
The mold's gotten in here too? All right. Let's get cleaning, she said, cocking her gun.
So how do you clean mold? I don't even know. Eradicate the mold. How do you do that? Shooting it? Can't imagine that's what it does. Oh, okay. There's little spores, I guess. Gotta find the spores. Don't see any in here. If there's any mold up here. Seems to be only in this area. I hear it. Hear it. Oh, there was some in there. Just couldn't see it. There should be one more. Got freaking ambushed, man.
Mold's gotten in here too?
Get this freaking crash. Yep. Fucking crashed. Still hitting average 58 FPS though. Don't you crash on me! Like, damn, man. Freaking crash on me.
Mold's gotten in here too? Alright. Let's get cleaning, she said, cocking her...
That one was not there before. Just want to point that out.
gun.
I go to maintenance coolant pumps. For another mold problem. I meant to land on the yellow thing and then press and hold space, and I fucking didn't. Because I'm a dumbass, that's why. She wanted to know. So where's the mold in here? I was told there was mold here. Let's see, the pipe works. It's up there, right? How am I gonna get up there is the question. I'll jump up this way.
Mold's gotten in here too? Alright. Let's get cleaning, she said.
At least now I know what I'm looking for, and I know that it makes noise, so be a little easier to find, I think. I think there's one more. Of course, this is a pretty big area. explain why I can't hear it this time. Man, I don't see this last piece. It's here somewhere, but I don't see it. And I can't freaking hear it either. I've watched both ways. Forward and backwards. Sometimes it's easier to see things to go at it from the other direction. Where is his last piece of freaking mold? I don't see any mold! Is it like the other one where I didn't see it until I died? Came back? It was in the freaking corner. How would I even seen that? With that freaking bright ass light. Turntable. The transit corridor south is where I have to go. Yep. Oh, I found some acid. Got me fair and square. Try to beat him in the next 20 minutes.
looking for a new head of communications.
Go through all that, and if I could survive, and then I get ambushed at the end. There's stuff in there, I have to go back.
To undimensional doorways, then which is the object of power, the slide or the slide projector?
I took care of the Tomasi problem. Sorry, I forget he was a coworker.
Don't apologize. That wasn't the real Tomasi. He died when the hiss got him.
You're right. I just didn't want to be insensitive.
Sentimentality is a weakness in situations like these, Jesse. That's Bureau 101.
I don't think Emily's in danger of being called sentimental. Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden. If the slide requires a slide...
Any luck finding the armory?
None.
I heard you closed the Hiss portal, or whatever it is we're calling it. And if we could just flush out the stragglers.
I'll see you later.
You know where I'll be.
Okay. Sure. This will be the next one to do. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and save this. That is the end of tonight's stream. Hopefully we can do more tomorrow. Let me check my calendar real quick. Tomorrow will be Tuesday, and I have, let's see, 2 classes, so I will not have time. I have 2 classes to watch tomorrow, so I will not have time. So we'll have to see the next time I am available. So I will see you guys next time. Peace out.